Good evening. You may be seated. My name is Jennifer Hodges, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. And I want to welcome all of you to the 2026 graduation for Anoka-Ramsey Community College. First, to the graduates, the reason we are all here today. Congratulations on achieving this goal. We know this is just the first of many achievements to come. To the family and friends of tonight's graduates, we know that many sacrifices have been made along this educational journey. Thank you for your support of our students, and thank you for being here to recognize the importance of this event in their lives. It is my honor and privilege to introduce President Kent Hansen.
Thank you. It's an honor for me to be here with all of you tonight. Thanks everybody for coming out and honoring our graduates, and congratulations to each and every one of you. I want to share with you who we have up on stage here. We have some great faculty and administrators here. If you guys would please stand, let's give these guys a round of applause. Thank you. Our faculty are very dedicated to the success of our students. And I know that firsthand because I've been to many of their classrooms. To our administrators up here, you help make this place run smoothly, so thank you for that. Again, it's my honor to be here with you tonight, and I always like to share just a little wisdom with our graduates after being in higher ed for 35 years. But the wisdom I want to share with you tonight comes from my 25 years of being a Harley rider, so a little combination of the two. So I want to talk to you about resilience and perseverance. So first and foremost, when life gets a bit challenging, hold on to the handlebars, okay? And keep pursuing your dreams. When you ride a motorcycle, you're at the mercy of the elements: wind, rain, heat, cold, hail. There's no guarantee of a smooth ride all the way to your destination. Sometimes you get knocked off track and you have to be resilient and bounce back from the setbacks. This is part of the allure of the ride. You eventually persevere and arrive at your destination as long as you hold on to the handlebars. While perseverance is continuing forward, resilience is getting back up when you're knocked off track. Together, they form a strong foundation for success. I used to make the annual 14-hour ride to Sturgis, South Dakota for the big motorcycle rally. That kind of ride takes a lot of planning. You pack your gear, check the weather report, you constantly scan the environment and adjust plans. You talk to other riders who were up on the path before you to find out about all the hazards that you may come across. And you have to ask for help if you get a flat tire. And I was able to experience that one time too, so not so great much fun, but you can learn a lot from a biker. You have to slow down when a rough patch is coming. You have to speed through the blind spot when you're passing a semi. You never know if they can see you or not, so you want to minimize the amount of time in uncertainty. You have to modify your plans during stormy weather. You have to modify your timeline either by taking an alternative route or pulling over and letting the storm pass. Sometimes you have to ask for help. In life, your goals don't always uphold in a perfect timeline, and you likely have setbacks along the way. Life requires a pivot sometimes. Your future won't unfold in a straight line. Careers rarely do. You will need to scan the environment, continue to learn, listen to others. Sometimes you'll have to speed up, slow down, ask for help, and sometimes you just need a break. Graduates, whatever lane your future takes you in, remember, hold on to your handlebars and persevere. When work gets demanding, hold on. When you make a mistake, hold on. When the road looks uncertain, hold on. When opportunities appear in your life, hold on. Remember that you can achieve anything in this life as long as you are resilient and persevere. Hold on to the handlebars, keep moving forward, and believe in your ability to navigate the road ahead. No matter where life takes you, enjoy the ride. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Hansen. I would now like to introduce our student speaker for tonight's ceremony, Valen Howard-Brune. Valen is graduating with an Associate of Arts degree. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Good evening, and thank you to all of those staff, family, friends, and my fellow 2026 graduates who have chosen to join us at our celebratory event. My name is Valen Howard-Brune, and I'm honored to be given the opportunity to stand before you all and be the voice of the class of 2026. I know many of for the future, and some are excited to create new memories and experiences. Regardless, I'd like to ask you all to forget about the future. Sit with each other in this moment and relish in the fact that all of us here achieved something beyond extraordinary. While we sit here focusing on the present, I'd like to ask something specific of all of those who are here in support of a graduate or who are staff. Please take a look around this room. As you do, you'll likely notice at least one 2026 graduate who has made an impact on you personally. It's important to recognize their achievement, but also to honor yourself for allowing them to be a notable figure in your life by leaving a lasting impression. This community as a whole has made an influence on many of us, myself included. While we're all different and have our own stories, the one thing that can connect us is our past at ARCC. Maybe during your time here, you found your place through a club, or at an event, or even through athletics. And to all the audience members, maybe you're a teary-eyed parent or family member watching their loved one grow throughout their time here. Regardless, Anoka-Ramsey joined us all together even through our differences. I think I can speak for most of you when I say this feels not only rewarding and insightful, but also accepting, which is only possible through you brilliant people who have fostered a sense of belonging for everyone who steps foot onto Anoka-Ramsey's campuses. This chapter in our lives may be ending, and most of us are wondering what we'll do after we turn the page and move on to the next. And while I don't have an answer for all of you, I hope to offer a piece of advice that may inspire you. Time doesn't stop for anybody, and we need to make every moment count and take advantage of every opportunity. Cherish the memories, the hard work, the drive, and most of all, the people who have gotten us to where we are today. All of us 2026 graduates may move on, drift apart from the people we met here, or get caught up in life as it continues to speed by without our acknowledgement. Before that all happens much too quickly, I'd like to take a moment to remember some of our memories that we've created at Anoka-Ramsey while we're all still together. Discovering new interests and making friends with similarities, but also sharing your differences. You may be different people, but it's exciting to see each person's individuality shine, which I think is just as important as academics. The good times you've had, the laughs you've had, they weren't just through relatable stories, but through the differences between us all. Whether it was making jokes with friends, missing the assignment deadline for the first time, or, like me, restless late nights studying. We've all created memorable moments for ourselves and others. This is what I want to remind my fellow graduates of as they walk the stage towards their upcoming journey. Remember to make mistakes, work hard, and be the change that you want to see in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Valen. I would now like to welcome Kate Maurer, English faculty, to the podium to share this evening. Welcome, Kate.
Oh, thank you. First, on behalf of the Cambridge campus faculty of Anoka-Ramsey Community College, I'd like to offer a big congratulations to you, our 2026 graduates. We're honored to share this milestone with you, your family, and your friends. I want you to know we're not here because we have to be. We're here because we want to be. And the reason we want to be is each and every one of you. When thinking on what I'd say today, I remembered a speech I sometimes share with my students. It was delivered by the American poet Adrienne Rich at a convocation for an all-female college in the 1970s. It was written at a time when women's voices were just beginning to be heard and jokes about women going to college with the sole intention of catching a husband were common. Some of you might remember the not-so-funny joke that the only reason female students went to college was to get their MRS degree. Well, Rich's advice isn't just for women 50 years ago. It's strikingly contemporary, and her main concept can be applied to any gender, any race, any group fighting to be recognized, and is just as timely now as then. In a nutshell, she tells students not to sell themselves short. She advises them not to let people with power determine what it is they can and cannot know and what they can and cannot achieve. Fight against people who make assumptions about you, she says, and let no one keep you from that which is rightfully yours. The opportunity to learn, to be challenged, and to be taken seriously. Her wisdom can be distilled into just a few words, but they're ones that have the power to change the way we look at everything, especially ourselves. Education is not something we receive, she says. It's something we must claim. It is not a passive exercise where knowledge is fed to us in easily digestible, portion-controlled packages. Instead, learning is active. It's observing and inferring, questioning, and refusing to give up when you run into a dead end. Learning is messy and learning is hard. It's claiming the respect that we're all due rather than waiting passively for it to be given to us. I came to Anoka-Ramsey 20 years ago because I wanted to be at a teaching-centered school, and the decision was one I've never regretted. I've taught at big private universities and at state universities too, and I can tell you, community college students, specifically our community college students, are unlike any other group. Semester after semester, I'm impacted deeply by my students. Many of them carry heavy burdens and enormous responsibilities. Yet, they show up and take part in our educational fellowship. They claim their education. I could share with you my thoughts on our students, but as anyone who took college writing can tell you, a claim without support is really just a person's opinion. So, as all good scholars do, I consulted some highly credible sources, I asked a group of my colleagues what qualities come to mind when they think of our students. Words like resourceful, genuine, tenacious, and resilient rose to the top of the list. Graduates, upon hearing these words, my guess is that most of you consider them abstract comments applied to a nameless, faceless group. Yay, they think the students are great. What does that have to do with me? Well, ARC student isn't actually a nameless, faceless group. You are an integral part of that collective whole. You, individual you, sitting here in this place of honor, you are the person I'm describing. You are the one who presses on despite setbacks in life. Not the abstract group, but you, yourself, just as you are. I want to leave you with a few more of the qualities your instructors shared. Take a moment and honestly apply each word to yourself. Think, that word is about me. That's how I myself am seen. Eager, curious, optimistic, courageous, worthy, and that's precisely what you are. Congratulations on having claimed your education.
Thank you, Kate, for your words of inspiration and wisdom. Let's give another show of appreciation for our speakers this evening. Will the graduates please rise? President Hansen, I present to you the graduating class of 2026. They have all completed all of the requirements for their respective degrees and have met the requirements as set forth by the faculty and the college. Graduates, you may now be seated until you are released by your row to approach the stage.
Val Howard Bruin. Lysandra Allen. Emma Anderson. Gavin Barr. Kayla Barnwell. Angela Baruth. Alicia Bennett. Alan Betts. Adeline Blaschko. Joseph Bronwich. Peyton Buckley. Greta Cady. Christopher Kapal. Tristan Carpenter. Molly Chisholm. Grace Tia Dennison. Linnea Dial. Antonio Diaz. Danae Donovan. Olivia Erickson. Elise Fangmeyer. Kaylee Floodman. Malia Gallagher. Elena Garcia. Kaven Geving. Aaron Gettle. Gage Gao. Kylie Grams. Ellie Greniger. McKenna Golden. Kyle Hamlin. Rowan Hansen. Matthew Haug. Alyssa Hain. Sierra Cadleck. Jade Knespel. Lillian Kyrola. Sarah Labens. Gabrielle Ludwig. Feliciana Martinez. Angela McLean. Brianna Miller. Kendra Moffett. Juliet Orellano Tirado. Madison Orff. Aubrey Overson. Corinne Patton. Sienna Peterson. Tessa Peterson. Jessica Raybold. Josh Reibel. Taylor Roberts. Lainey Rowland. Brady Salo. Madison Schmidt. George Schmidt. Deja Schwartz. Faith Silo. Abby Schenkel. Jaden Sims. Chloe Sims. Taylor Steele. Faith Storr. Sophia Storr. Jade Stromberg. Mackenzie Sinison. Gabby Tyson. Kira Van Hout. Morgan Voigt. Hannah Westman. Kinsley Wilson. Sophia Wolf. Ashley Wright. Congratulations to all of our graduates of 2026. Let's give them another round of applause.
One more little formality tonight. So if our graduates would please rise. By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Minnesota State College and University's Board of Trustees, I hereby award each of you the degree for which you applied and all the rights and privileges accorded by that degree. You may now turn the tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. Congratulations, everybody. Let's give them a round of applause. Best wishes on the next step of your journey. Please remain seated until the platform and the students have left the auditorium. We invite you to proceed directly to the lobby to meet your graduate and join us for a reception. Let's give them one more round of applause.